Hello YouTubers and welcome back, and I'm back with Classic Routemaster issue 11. So yeah, I've as I say, this is issue 11. I've just received 11, 12, 13 and 14, so they'll be over the next 4 weeks. And I also received a letter in with this delivery saying basically that there's been a massive response to the Classic Routemaster build. So because the response has been so high, they've had a few issues in stock. So obviously I did receive is it 22, 23, 24 and 25 or something. They're on my shelf just up there. I haven't got to them yet because obviously I'm still down obviously on issue 11. So this is a letter just apologising that I've had them out of order, but they're on the case, and there shouldn't be a problem going forward. So that's really good to hear. I must say their customer service seems to be, for me, fantastic. So yeah, onwards and upwards. So without further ado, let's crack on with issue 11 and get some more of this bus built. Okay, here we go. So I thought I'd try a new camera angle. Let me know what you think in the description below, ready for next week. I don't know whether this one's going to be better or the ones that I normally use. Just whatever's good for you. So I'm just going to open the packet. We'll go through all the parts. Okay, so I'm just going to have to turn this magazine around so I can see, and then I'll go through here what we've got. So the first thing I can say is that these are all metal parts, which is brilliant. And then we've also got some screws, so I'll get this screw pot out. So we've got some KM screws there, and we've also got some EM screws. I'm just going to adjust the focus. And EM. So we've got two types of screw, so I'll just leave them up there for now. Okay, so we've got 11A, which are two steering tie rods. Which are these, and these are identical. 11B is a push rod link, which is this part here. Okay, we've got 11C, which is a command arm, which is this piece here. (11D) is a push rod, which is this part here. And then 11E, we've got a steering bar, which is this part here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing, we need to take 11C, which is this part here. And then we're going to take this part here, which is 11D, which looks like that. Okay, and then on a quick inspection, that looks to be the same, both sides. So that seems to be a mirror image both ends. I can't see anything that's different on either end. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this arm 11C and we're going to be looking at this hole, this small hole here. Okay, and as you look at it, it sort of bends downwards, so you want that down, facing downwards. Okay, and then you want to work on this part here, this little hole here, and then with this way up, that's going to go onto there like so. Okay, and then we're going to fix that in with an EM screw. So I'm just going to grab out my screwdrivers. Grab an EM. Okay, and then we're going to put that screw through the top of the hole there. Like so. And it does say to keep this loose because obviously it's a steering component. These need to move, so don't over tighten that screw so that it doesn't have any movement. Okay, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so we should have something that looks like that. Okay, sorry about that, just a little technical difficulty. So yeah, as I say, obviously make sure that this can move freely. Okay, because this is a steering component, so everything needs to be able to move. Okay, so the next step is to take 11A, which is one of the push rod links, and obviously they are both the same, so it doesn't matter which one of those you pick up. And then you're going to want 11B, which is a push rod link. So you've got the tie rod, sorry, these are tie rods, and then this is the push rod link. Okay, this has got two holes on it, two small holes, and then obviously the large hole on the end there. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the smaller hole on the opposite end of the large hole. And with that hole facing upwards, you're going to put the tie rod on, and there's like a knobble underneath. And that's going to face downwards. Okay, and then it will look something like that. So we're going to pop that together. We're going to secure that in with a KM screw. So I'm just going to put a bit of washing up liquid on the screw. There we go, and then just move that. I'm happy with that. There's some movement there. So that is where it needs to be. Okay, so once that's complete, you should have something that looks like that. Okay. I really wish this camera would like autofocus correctly. Okay, that might be a better view. So you should have something that looks like that. Okay. The next job is that part we have just done. We're going to fix that to the wheel assembly which we did in the previous issues. And if you have it this way round, there are two holes. You've got one just on top there, and then you've got another one on the opposite side just up there. So you want it so that you've got the holes facing you, and then we're going to work on the left hand one. So as you look at it, I've got the hole towards me here, and this is the one we need to be working on for this stage. Okay, so with that in place, as I say, we're going to take this part here, and we want the top of the tie rod on the end there, and that is going to go over that hole just on the top in there, and then we're going to secure that in with a KM screw. So I'm going to put a little bit of washing up liquid on. And then just secure that into place. Okay, and then we should have something that looks like that. Again, make sure there's movement in that arm. And I'm just going to put a bit of washing up liquid on that screw, because when you tighten it, I think everyone's going to have this problem. When you start moving this, it moves the screw with it, but that bit of washing up liquid's actually stopped that now. So that's fine. Okay, so once that's in place, like so, it's a bit annoying that this is all wobbling all over the place. We're going to take this other part that we assembled, and we're going to work on the end here. Okay, that in there, and that is going to fit into the little hole on that arm there. Okay, and to do that we're going to be using a, let me just check the screw, an EM screw for this, with a little bit of washing up liquid. Just through the top. Again, not too tight because you want movement in all of that. Okay. So then you should have something that looks like that so far. You've got the small hole at the rear up there, and then you've got the two large holes here, and then you've got the other large hole just on there. Okay, then we're going to take the other tie rod. This is step 5, and then using KM screws we're going to attach it to 2 points. So you've got the little hole here, on the top of this arm here, plus the small hole just there where my finger is on the wheel. And as I say, we're going to use KM screws for both of those. Be careful again, as I say, what screws you're using, because they all seem to be different. Some uses EM, some KM, so be extra vigilant. So there's one end done, and then using another KM screw I'm just going to pop that into the rear of the wheel. Okay, and then when that is done, it's not going to quite sit right until this is all affixed where it needs to be on the chassis, but when that is done, it should look like so. Okay, the next step, last step for this issue, is to take the command arm, which is this part here. You've got this post sticking down on this side here. That is going to fit into this hole just here, and it fits in nicely into, it's got like a collar it sits into. It won't fit into the other ones. It only fits into the one top down. Okay, and then with that we're going to fix that in with an LM screw. Now I need to rewind a bit. Since filming this, I had the LM screws, which I didn't mention at the beginning. Interestingly, they were not in this package that I opened. They were actually in this plastic sleeve where the magazine came in. So I'm not sure whether they may have realised or quality control checked the parts and then realised and chucked some in here, but they weren't in this bag here. But I've got them now. So again, I'm going to use a bit of washing up liquid. These are like flange screws, and then we're going to turn this over and put that screw in from the underside. Again, that needs movement. I'm going to slacken that off a little bit. Bit of washing up liquid on there just to help it. There we go. And then that's what we have for issue 11. Okay, so that was it for issue 11. We got the steering assembly installed. and it's going a bit all over the place at the moment, but until that's been secured onto the chassis, that is not going to sit right. So looking forward to getting that on, but I need to get the chassis first. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. If you wish to buy me a coffee, there is a link in the description below, and also please leave in the comments below whether the camera view was good or you prefer the old camera view that I use. So yeah, until next week, take care and see you later.